Hey guys, I'm just starting the stream so that everyone has a chance to get in before. Since there's no qualifying, I want everyone to be able to have a chance to turn on the stream before race starts. So I'm just gonna keep it quiet for a couple more minutes as everyone starts to shuffle in. But we should get going in the next, we'll say, 3 to 5 minutes or so. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to PRL, Performance Racing League. I am Hoop BK, and we have some more midweek Tier 2 action on tap for you. I clearly have a favorite because this is the second week in a row I'm doing midweek Tier 2. I love you midweek Tier 1, but we got a little of a championship battle brewing. Hey, Suzuki, welcome in. I have a championship battle brewing. It's tied between Spot Up and Turner right now after through 5 rounds, 7 to go. So I wanted to highlight that again as the final race of the first half. Very tight championship battle. And we also have a reverse standings grid for you today. So both of them will start at the back. That's why no qualifying happening right now. Everyone getting their settings in, their setups. I'll actually go through the starting grid real quick. I think we're supposed to have 16. Had some connection issues for I'm Goofy. Was unable to join. But Unbiased will start on pole. Dr. J will start next to him on the front row. We have Master and Maztris. Ruin Rogue and Uno Cinco. Ghost Viper in his Midweek 2 debut. Just got demoted from Midweek 1. Cast out into the hell that is Midweek 2. He'll start next to Vinny Sips. Hidity Swag, Frosty to round out the top 10. It'll be CAC, Gold Killer, and then Turner and Spot Up, 13th and 14th. And Tours is serving a qualifying ban, so he will start 15th on the grid. Have I even mentioned where we're racing yet? We're at Austria. Always a blast. 36-lap race. Approximately 10 corners. Turn 2 isn't real, though. And also try to keep you guys in the loop for midweek Tier 1. As well, I think they have a full grid. I think they have a full 20-car grid. And Pax is on pole over there. FBI agent reserving and starting P20. Says at least throw me a lob. FA agent and Tier 1. Sorry, Suzuki. I'm keeping an eye on Gord's stream as well. I think FBI would probably lap the field in Tier 2. That would be something. He says it's his first race since November. And I told him, if you can't get in, you should do comms. And he's like, well, I haven't done that in a while either. So, but here we are back to... I'll try to keep it very clear when I'm discussing Tier 1 and Tier 2. But I am kind of keeping an eye on that stream as well. We are under the formation lap. 15 cars getting warmed up around Austria. Quick look at the tires. First, fourth, and fifth, all on the hards. Everyone else on the medium tire. I don't know why I did it that way. I could just do it this way. Yeah, quick look there. Unbiased, Godfather, and Ruin all starting on the hards. Everyone else on the yellow-walled mediums. Two-stop strategy. Almost certainly, but the one... let's see. I think when Sunday Tier was here, just a few weeks ago, I think we had a one-stopper, and it was able to launch his way up the order a bit with that strategy call. So I could see, especially with it being a reverse grid, someone outside of the top 10 maybe trying to one-stop, or even maybe someone near the top. Oh, it'll definitely be someone near the top. Trying to run long and then get some good positions at the end. So maybe someone like Maztris starting on the hard tire. Could see him try to do the one-stop. Yeah, short track here, quick laps. 36 lap race, and definitely plenty of mind games to come as the light sequence comes on. 5 red lights. They are out and we are underway from Austria. Good jump from Unbiased. Not near as good for Dr. J. He's going to get swallowed up. 3 wide behind, nearly 4 wide. A little bit of tapping side by side, but Unbiased gets away cleanly. Look at this mess in the midfield. Ghost Viper trying to push his way through. Cac Supreme. Nearly 4 wide. Big tap and everyone's on the wall. My God. Triple kill. Uno Cinco. Dr. J. Ruin Rogue. Obliterated. One of the, I would say maybe Ruin Rogue had the inside and thought he was clear. Trying to move back to the high side as we get a couple penalties coming in for collisions and ignoring yellow flags. But yeah, that was quite that's a sport ender right there. That was wall where the wall is located going into that little kink. That's one of those where Austria can never host a motorsporting event ever again. I see some damage to Turner. He's going to come to pit lane as the field comes around to catch the safety car. Watch out, y'all. Get on those brakes. Turner and Tours into the pit lane. Yeah, that was something. Turner to serve his penalty and then put the wing on. So, best to do under safety car. Unbiased got away pretty cleanly, we saw. Dr. J swallowed up, was immediately middle 3. And then the train just kept coming. Uno Cinco, Ruin Rogue, trying to get around him as well, and ran out of space. And that, yeah, definitely one of those where you're like, okay, that hurt. Gives everyone a couple of positions. Cac is up 6. I guess got a couple guys up 3, but when 3 cars have DNF'd, it's kind of expected. Vinny has managed to not have moved at all. That's impressive. Cac is up 6, but also has a 10-second. So I get what you're saying, or wouldn't mind doing comms. Don't have the game, and honestly, it's probably still a $40 game, Suzuki. I just like having like midweek tier 1 deserves some coverage too, and I hate having to choose every week. And I try to alternate, but because we have a tied championship right now, wanted to keep giving some love to midweek tier 2. I have a soft spot for midweek tier 2. Update on midweek tier 1. I don't see they haven't had a safety car. They're on lap 2 and green flag racing. But if you do end up with the game at some point, Suzuki, I may take you up on that if you wanna get behind the mic. Safety car will be in this lap, so after approximately 1 sector of green flag racing, we've been behind the safety car since then. I'd like to go back to green. Turner, new wing. Clean slate penalty-wise. His championship rival Spot Up Triples just 2 spots ahead of him. And Unbiased in the other Ferrari will be leading the field back to green. So these hards get fired up. Remember, he's just one of 3 drivers who have started on the hard tire. Still pretty solid getaway. Using a little bit of batteries, we head down towards the heavy braking zone, turn 3. Will not have DRS this time. Ooh, Cack, pretty late on the brakes, will show the nose on Ghost Viper. We got a ghosted car. I think Masters may have had an issue. He's going to come back a couple of spots. But Cat going aggressive into turn 3 and gets the position. It may have been on swag, actually. So he's sandwiched between the Haas. The Haas's. Just kind of keeping an eye on intervals right now. Gold Killer. Pretty close to Vinny. Trying to say, yeah, there is some damage to that Red Bull, missing an end plate. Unbiased will pump in the fastest lap of the race, which is expected. It was the first full green flag lap. Turner looks to the inside of Tours into turn 1. Turn 1 kind of tough to go side by side into. Not a very heavy braking zone, but more of a flick. Turner will get by. And we have a move for the lead here. Master to the inside, but is not going to be able to complete the move. It's going to leave Ghost Viper in a good spot, but a bit of a roadblock. He tries to follow the car that doesn't have DRS, so Master will get through. Ghost Viper will eventually follow Master, as Unbiased had a rough exit turn number 4. So Master in the lead of this one. Ghost Viper showing off pace early. Certainly had enough pace to be in midweek 1, but also it's not egregious. Say would be a contender in midweek 2. He's been one of the main contenders in Sunday Tier 2 this season. I'd say Sunday Tier 2 maybe a touch faster than midweek 2. But the top is similar. He's going to have DRS and will slip by Master. So we head down to turn 3. Ghost Viper started P7. We are on lap 6, and he has found himself at the front of the field. Frosty and Masters going at it. There's a big tap. Oh, Frosty will find the inside wall, but will keep it rolling. That could have been an absolute disaster. That was V-Carb on Red Bull violence, maybe not leaving each other quite enough room. Frosty will get the short end of the stick, but at least he has 4 wheels remaining and on the track. Gold Killer slipped through. Between all that, still nursing some front end damage. And now chasing P5. I think he's going to be close enough for DRS this time. And Ghost Viper has gotten into clean air and is already over a second clear. Will not have... Well, he won't be under any threat this time. Master will certainly be under threat from Unbiased. Not quite close enough to complete the move, though. Runs a bit wide. This is going to be a good opening for Cack. And what happened there? Unbiased put the anchors on. He's going to lose a ton of spots. See him run wide and then just didn't get going again. So Cack Supreme is going to move into P3. Everyone is going to move up a spot. Got stuck on the sausage curb. Yeah, that's a weird off. That would make sense because it seemed like he just kept going straight. So there's that sausage curb on the exit of turn number 3. Pulled a little bit of a rail grind then. But he's back with his teammate, P9, P10. Spot Up has not been able to get too much headway so far, but he could be just playing the long game. Heated Swag will get by Cack for P3. He's not going to have any DRS help. Master was able to escape because of Unbiased, and Unbiased again dropping some spots. Side by side into turn number 3. We heard a tap. I think that was Gold Killer getting into the back. But Cack holding on. Heated Swag remains P4. The Red Bulls following close behind. Heated Swag, a dive to the inside. Cars still side by side. I think Hack is going to get clear as we head into this middle section. And Godfather is going to go side by side with Gold Killer. Gold Killer with a bad run through here. We'll have the inside line, and we got a bit of a slow up. That's some cars entering the pit lane. That's what's causing a slow up, and I think Unbiased may be having some technical issues. It's completely come undone for him over the last lap. So Ghost Viper and CAC Supreme into the pit lane. Ghost Viper onto the hards. Oh wow, 3 wide here, nearly. Got a bit sketchy as Gold Killer was trying to find his way past the Haas. Going on offense to serve as his teammates' defense. Swag still side by side with Mastris as we head towards turn number 4. Seeing the Haas be pretty aggressive on the brakes. Left just enough room on the outside, maybe a bit of a touch. That's going to put Gold Killer still in the catbird seat. Thought about throwing it around the outside of his teammate, but I'm going to say CAC and Unbiased embracing the 2-stop strategy early on. We may have some more takers this time. Yep. I see the Williams of Vinny Sips headed towards the pit lane. So we're getting into a bit of a cycle. I think this is the 2-stop window. Quite the scuffle here for P2. Both Red Bulls involved. Gold Killer trying to find his way around his teammate. Gets a little bit better of an exit, at least the initial traction, and he's going to pull by him. Even with DRS to both of them. Gold Killer moves into P3. Still his teammate hanging out just behind. They've got a bit of a gap to Spot Up, who is leading over his championship rival, Turner. So Ghost Viper was your leader. Came into the pit lane. He's on that hard tire. He's got a lot of room to work with. Spot Up will come into the pit lane. It's like, oh, he's bouncing around. That could be bad. But quite a bit of a gap. Ghost Viper, CAC Supreme. Uh-oh. Heated Swag has had it off out of turn number 1. And has been sent basically to the back of the group of drivers that have yet to pit. Back to P7. Sorry, I wasn't covering that one. I imagine that was due to some sort of battle with the Red Bulls. We've seen that turn 1 can be treacherous when trying to go side by side. Gold Killer, 109 flat compared to a 110.4 last time for Master. So trying to reel them in. So kind of get towards the end of this first stint. First third of the race. But Ghost Viper just turned in the fastest lap, as we saw, 107.3 fastest lap of the race. He's on those fresh, hard tires. Frosty to the pit lane, Heated Swag to the pit lane. Didn't get a good look as to whether Swag had some damage, but the Red Bulls remaining in touch. Ghost Viper will be promoted to 6th. He's 10 seconds ahead of Spot Up Triples. Another 3 seconds back to Frosty. CAC and Vinny have kind of been going at it since they made their pit stops. Heated Swag will come out ahead of Unbiased. And that is the final car still on the track. If you're just joining us, 3-car incident. We hadn't even gotten to turn 3 yet for the first time, but heavy collision has knocked us from 15 to 12 cars here in the midweek Tier 2 race. Reverse standings grid at Austria. This is round 6 of 12, by the way. Guess Master's not quite getting close enough, or just kind of happy to hang out behind Gold Killer for now. Seeing the diverging strategies here, how that's affecting the field so far. A bit more spread out. Frosty trying to chase down Spot Up, though. Just a second behind now. And Gold Killer has... Well, both of the Red Bulls have chased down Master. Let's see what the lap times look like there. 1:10.9 for Master, and each of the Red Bulls are in the 1:09.7. So Master's playing the game, tucking in behind his teammate. They're getting DRS, but they're not really fighting, as they both have pulled to the back of the leader. Frosty ran in the 1:08.3s last lap, so those fresh mediums helping him out early. He's definitely about to get into the face of Spot Up triples for P7. It's all coming back together here as 13 seconds ahead of him, Ghost Viper now within a second of Tours for P5. We got a pass for the lead as Master will move to the pit lane. 14 laps on the mediums is enough for him. That'll put the Red Bull duo out front of Gold Killer and Godfather Masters, which is this is a pretty good constructors duo, I must say. And I guess that's a good transition. They are leading the Constructors' Championship by 14 points over the Mercedes. And looking at even more points right now, sitting first and second. Frosty is going to get by Spot Up with DRS as they head down to turn number 3. Ghost Viper got by Tours pretty handily. This is all coming up Ghost Viper right now. And Viper now trying to chase down Turner for P number 3. Yeah, definitely. For third place. Goodness. He's going to get it anyway as Gold Killer comes to the pit lane. 15 laps on the mediums. Probably throw the hards on it. I think we're in the one-stop territory now. We'll go on board with Ghost Viper. He'll have DRS. We'll get all the way to the inside. A little bit of overlap, but didn't really place himself fully alongside. Turner left the space, but not enough for Viper to pass. He may have needed to lunge a bit more to make it clear the overtake there, but he's going to have a couple more opportunities. We'll just follow, get some much better rotation through that quarter and leaving just enough room still. Good racing between Viper and Turner. Turner not making it easy on him, but certainly fair. The Ghost Viper will move into P2. Masters out front now. Sure, he's going to be taking it to lap 19, 20, 21 on these hard tires. Gold Killer trying to get his way back through the field, so he gets by Master once more. Another move in the back. Vinny sips with DRS. We'll get by CAC Supreme. This battle's been brewing for a bit. Vinny's been able to kind of hang out behind him. Goes a touch too deep out of turn number 3. And they're going to be side by side towards turn number 4. Good racing here between the two. CAC is going to get clear. And will be clear as we head into the middle sector. I just said Masters is probably going to go to lap 20, but lap 17 is when he's going to give up, or going on to lap 18 is when he gives up the hards and we'll move on to the medium tires. Surprised. I'm surprised. This is going to be a tough stint if he is trying to one-stop. Maybe hard, medium, soft at this point. And he comes out in the thick of a battle. This is there's a lot going on here as Gold Killer gets by Spot Up, who also gets passed. Well, he gets passed by everybody. Spot Up just went from 5th to 8th quite quickly. See this train ahead of him. Oh, Gold Killer, a lot of curb on the inside, so I'm fighting the wheel, trying to stay in control of the car. He's going to get a much better run. It's Frosty feeling the age of these hard tires just ahead. It's a much better run through, and we'll be getting DRS this time. Turner will pit from P2. Get a look at everyone coming down the front straight away. Gold Killer to the inside, turn 1. Just to pull the steering a bit so there's no contact, but it gets a good run with DRS open. And we'll move into P3. Master follows him through to get by Frosty. Frosty now P5 as Master's all over him. We're going to be 2 by 2. Master's a bit too deep, gets into the back of his teammate. I don't think any severe damage here. Turner came out P11, by the way. He's now P9. Does he get a twofer? He does around Vinny and Heated Swag, so it's been a nice move there as Turner tries to get his way back through the field. He is clearly on the one stop. Ghost Viper starting to cruise away from Tours. Viper pitted very early, so he has one stop left, almost certainly. Tours definitely has a stop as well. Turner making another move on CAC Supreme. That's DRS assisted into turn number 3. So P8. He's got a bit of a gap in front of him, but once he catches, it's going to be this gaggle of cars from P3. Oh, well, now P2. All the way to P7. So Tours, this is going to be a tough defense. On board with Gold Killer here. Oh, gets into the back, and I think we had some issues. Ugh, interesting. Gold Killer gets to the back of Tours as Tours goes to the pit lane. I'm not sure the Aston Martin driver clearly showed that he was going to be in the pit lane that time. And I think the Red Bull pick up some more damage. Master gets through. Yep, now exactly 0 end plates remaining on Gold Killer's car. He has his teammate just behind. Spot Up trying to hold off Frosty. These two have been going at it for a little bit. Frosty got by, more cars between them, and now they are together once more. Master trying to get a bit of a switchback. Gold Killer gets by, runs a touch wide. Gold Killer running wide again. He has no front downforce. Just 5 laps on those hards, but he may need to pit just so he can get the wing repaired. This is... And now he's... Is he defending against his teammate? He's going to back out and will come to the pit lane. Yeah, the damage is just too much. Probably put on another set of hard tires. You could do mediums from here. But the lack of downforce is obviously hurting him in the middle sector. See where he comes out. He does go to hard tires. And he'll come out very much in P11. Unbiased maybe had another issue and just had another pit stop. He is 40-some seconds behind. He's had another move. Godfather gets the inside of Master into turn number 4. It's that 3rd consecutive DRS zone. Runs a bit wide through the middle sector. Let's wind their way through turn number 8, I believe it is, to turn 9 and 10. Ghost Viper, your leader, into the pit lane. Guess hards or mediums, it will be hards. With 14 laps to go. Should not fall down the order too much. We do have a couple more takers. Frosty, Cac Supreme, Vinny Sips all coming in at the end of lap 22. Yeah, Ghost Viper comes out P4, fresh tires, and not much more than 5 seconds behind the leader. Race in his control. See if I can do a quick check-in on the Tier 1 race. They're on lap 23 as well. Ghost Viper overspeed as Spot Up comes to the pit lane. He'll take P3. Can't see much. I only have Gord's perspective for Midweek Tier 1. All I can see is that Gord is P14. T-Stiggy just turned in the fastest lap. He is the championship leader in Tier 1. Not by a massive margin, but by enough. See where Spot Up comes out. It's going to be P8, P9. He's going to be right next to Gold Killer, just ahead of Gold Killer. So he'll have P8. We need to get these tires warmed up. Gold Killer to the inside. Will he try a lunge? No. We'll fall back into line. Knows he has another chance here and has a great exit from turn number 3. DRS flap barely open again. So short-lived, a P8 for Spot Up triples. Gold Killer will take it instead. As Godfather Masters will lead us to the final third of this race, lap 25. Ghost Viper rapidly chasing him and Master down. I think that's the first lap in the 106s of this contest. Yeah, it should be a slam dunk move there. Master all the way to the inside. Tries to squeeze him a bit near the end, but yeah, pretty cut and dried move. Tours will get a little bit of DRS from Frosty. This is P7 to P6 ahead, but he's got Gold Killer and Spot Up rapidly approaching. Tours will not get the flap open this time. Gold Killer is going to blow by on the inside. Oh, side by side under braking. And you'll get your usual turn 4 move there. Will Tours try to fight back? Not quite into turn number 6. Ghostwire back to the lead as Mastris comes to the pit lane. 11 laps to go. Go medium to medium. So hard, medium, medium for Godfather Mastris. He's going to come out probably in the heart of this group. Heated Swag will come in as well. Now, Mastris will get clear, will be plenty clear of the group, actually. So 2 seconds up the road from Frosty. I guess because of his, he didn't need to replace the wing like his teammate Gold Killer did. He does not fall near as far. Comes out P4 as fresh medium tires. I'd say P2 certainly on the table for Mastris. I know that's he's 16 seconds back from the lead. But with Masters' penalty and just, well, I mean 9 seconds back from Turner, but plenty of time to catch him. I think P2 could certainly be on the table. His teammate sits P6. Let's actually check penalties for now. Just 3-second penalties for Master, Gold Killer, and Heated Swag. Switch it up a little bit here. Frosty holding off Gold Killer, Spot Up blowing by Tours for P7. I think we've lost Master. I think I just saw that he disconnected. Yep, we got a ghost here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I have Master in here. Gotta show off the friends list. I do not have Master in my EA list, unfortunately. Hopefully I'll be able to get back in from a previous invite. Frosty's still in touch with Gold Killer for P5. He just needs to remain in touch. That 3-second penalty looming over Gold Killer. Turner now catching Master as, well, the ghost of Master. The pace falls off pretty significantly once the AI is taken over for you. Cac Supreme will get by Tours into turn number 4. Oh, Tours loses traction trying to get back on the throttle on exit. Car tries to pivot to the right. It's going to cost him some time. And Cac Supreme should be able to run with this a bit. Master to the pit lane, or the Spectre of X3M Master 24. He'll put mediums on. I wonder if that was the initial plan, even when he was still with us. Frosty still in touch. We'll keep an eye on this. Yeah, Turner now P2. It's 13 seconds up the road to the leader. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Mastris kind of catching. Just 3 seconds now. We have a yellow. I think unbiased See the red dot there. Yeah, Ghost Viper running 107s, 108s. That was a 108 flat last lap around. We'll see what Turner and Godfather turn in this time. 109.3, 108 flat. So on fresh mediums, Godfather is matching Ghost Vipers on 7-lap old hards. But a 1.3 second gain from Godfather up to Turner that lap. So, little battle for P2 about to emerge. Frosty's still chilling behind Gold Killer. Just needs to hang out there. I think we got Master back, and they put on old mediums. The AI did. So that's a race ruiner right there. I'm very sorry that happened to you, Master. You're running pretty well. Within 7/10 now. So 108.2 that time. Turner in the 109s. I think we're going to have a move here. Is he going to get close enough? Gaining, but I think Turner dumping a little bit of battery to stay on the defensive. Could have another opportunity here into turn number 4. Austria provides plenty of overtaking opportunities with the heavy braking zones. And DRS, the wheels kind of side by side. Masters will get to the inside, maybe a little bit of a touch as Turner tries to stay off the gravel. Inside line, he's going to run deep, and Masters will get to the back of him just a touch as Turner ran a bit deep. Another squeeze. Hard but fair. Turner playing some defense, and Masters says, I'm going to dump some battery, and I'm getting by. Let me go. So the Red Bull returns to P2. Took him a little bit, and this battle is not going to be over. Half a second back, and 2 more DRS zones. You hear him lift off pretty early into turn 3. Let's see if he's going to be close enough for turn 4. 5 laps to go in this one. Yeah, Master will retire. Our 4th retirement, and Tours gets hit with a corner cutting penalty. I think he went wide. So that, I wonder if that will be reviewed at all. I thought he had gone wide. Not sure you get a corner cut when you blow the exit instead of the apex. Turner now a second back. Same for Frosty to Gold Killer. Just has to still be kind of close to him, just within 3 seconds. That's the goal. Spot Up has been steady as always, but maybe just starting at the back has not had the... what's the term I'm looking for? The buoyancy of starting near the front. Having to fight his way through, hasn't had a ton of pace, has settled into P6. But that means Turner will be championship leader at the end of this one as they run. Vinny Sips gets my heated swag. We're going to have another little battle between this duo. That's moving into P8. Spot Up had the buoyancy last weekend, or last week at Montreal. Qualified on pole, was last after a corner. Clawed his way back through to take the victory. That's what I mean by buoyancy, I guess. Being able to bounce back towards the top of the grid, to float to the top. I'm a wordsmith, what can I say? Gold Killer maybe starting to reel in Turner a bit. 3 laps to go. He's going to need to make up 4.5 seconds to have a podium position when it's all said and done. But he's 2 seconds up the road now from Frosty, which is probably the bigger concern, trying to hold on to P4. Ghost Viper to the pit lane. With 2 laps to go, heading to 2 laps to go. So he was about 17 seconds ahead. They're going to put the soft tire on. Is this pride? Is this a blunder? He is not going to be in the lead of this race. He will have to get him back, and there's only 2 laps to go. I am fascinated by this. Ghost Viper surrenders the lead, is a second and 3/10 back of Mastris. Oh, but he's going to get him. Maybe this was a bad idea. If you feel bold enough, if you feel that you have such a pace advantage that you can do this, maybe you should still be in midweek 1, Ghost Viper, as he's going to get him into turn 4 around the outside. Fresh, soft tires, just diabolical. The grip is insane. Ghost Viper says, doesn't matter if I win by 18 seconds or by 1.5 seconds. When you pit just to feel something. That's where Ghost Viper is right now in his first midweek 2 race. And Ghost Viper requests to be demoted. Will pretty much stomp the field. He will win by 1 second because he wants to, as we're on the final lap. Gold Killer has caught Turner, and he will get by him. His battle is still with Frosty for P4. Like, sorry, Viper, we just talked to Gord, and you're back in midweek 1. I don't make the rules, I just make them up. Still needs another 4/10 to get clear of Frosty. Talking about Gold Killer here in P3. Yeah, already up to 3 seconds and some change. Ghost Viper probably just wanted to rip around to see how fast of a lap he can turn. On the final lap, no fuel in the car. Fresh, soft tires. Ghost Viper, welcome back. 105.8 is his final lap as he takes the checkered flag. Mastris, great effort. See him on the second step. Turner, starting near the back of the field, will get P3. And Gold Killer just misses out. 0.5 tenth. Frosty will get P4 instead. Gold Killer demoted due to penalties. Very close there. Spot up we mentioned before. A solid, if unspectacular, P6. CAC Supreme, P7. Yeah, that was close, Frosty. 0.5 tenth. Vinny Sips, P8. Heated Swag, P9. It'll be Tours across the line, P10. And Unbiased will take his sweet, sweet time. I don't know if there was an actual issue there. There could have been. And we'll come across the line, P11. 15 start, 11 finish. Frosty says, you don't know how hard I was pushing those last couple of laps. Yeah, just got there. You were in the wheel tracks just to stay with them. But Ghost Viper gets sent down to midweek 2 and shows off in his tier debut. Will take a rather easy victory and fastest lap. Driver of the day goes to Turner. Gold Killer gets most overtakes, and Spot Up Triples cleanest driver. You know what, Gold Killer? Here's an EA friend request. Why not? Go through them again, just because. Ghost Viper, Mastris, Turner, your podium. Frosty, pipping Gold Killer on the timing sheet by a mere half-tenth. That's 4th and 5th. Spot Up Triples is 6th. Cac Supreme, 7th. Vinny is 8th. Heated Swag is 9th. We have Tours 10th. Pulsator Unbiased will finish 11th. Master, first DNF, will finish 12th. Uno Cinco, Dr. J, Ruin Rogue. Brutal incident on lap 1. All DNFing. And I do think I get the race director. For once. I think I just missed the results screen for Midweek 1. Let me see if I can go back for it. Kobe Plays from 16th on the grid gets the victory. Echo Alex is P2. Brian B, P3. HK is P4, Kitten Petter 5th, Andy Wu 6th, Kiwi 7th, Gourd Sauce 8th, Avs Fan 9th, T Stiggy is 10th. So Echo Alex gaining quite nicely on T Stiggy in the standings. Lord Pax had started on the pole, finished 11th. Then there's Alex F1, Airborne Tiger. It's Corey and Momster. That's through 15th. Balzerga, Old Syrup Style. FBI Agent is 18th, Zabit is 19th, and Heavy Chalice finishes 20th, 2 laps down. That could have been a retirement or a just on straight pace. So there you go. You get the results for every midweek tier. Thanks for joining me here on the PRL channel. We'll probably have some action for you on Sunday, when the Sunday guys take on, it just says USA. I'm going to guess that's Austin. So, don't know if I'll be doing Tier 2 or Tier 1 on Sunday, but Tier 2 at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Tier 1 at 3 o'clock. And then next week for midweek, kicking off the second half of the season at Silverstone. So make sure to be around for those here on the Performance Racing League stream. I've been Hoop BK, and hope you have a good night.